Hi, it's Jenny B, NSWOC. Today we're live on location and we're going to do a total contact cast. So this is a very typical ulcer. Let me get it over any further, Joe. Where the diabetic foot ulcer is right on the middle of the foot. What usually happens again is the tendons in the foot atrophy, causing hammer toes. So we are going to try to cast her. We may eventually actually put pins in the foot to try to straighten it. But I'm just going to do up the dressing here, and then I'm going to have my lovely cast tech come in, put a cast on so you can actually see these. The total contact casts are actually available now on the Lynn catalog, so for OHH, that this can be done in the home with anyone as long as there's someone that's trained nearby. I live over here in the lap of luxury and I actually have people to do it for me, so it is nice for you to see it done by someone that's done a few and how they actually work. I'll get Marcin to explain some of that because it does offload. I'll just ask you questions, Marcin. I won't make you do a whole lot.
Putting you on the spot here.
I told you I was gonna. All right. So now that we have a dressing on, I'm gonna let Marcin do this cast. So what you'll end up seeing is multiple layers, and they're actually going to then offload so that she's not putting pressure all on the wound area, because that's usually the problem. That even offloading shoes, air casts, these are other things we will try, but when it's really concentrated in one area on the foot, it does become difficult. The other piece with the total contact cast is that afterwards we often have to put them in a Darko shoe. You know, those god-awful little black ones with the Pegasus blue inserts that don't look great. Well, they can wear those, or we can switch them into an orthotic. The problem is they can reoccur if we're not continuing to offload the pressure. So sometimes surgical intervention is required with the foot and ankle surgeon, but they are pretty sparse in the province, and there isn't many that want to do full reconstruction. A lot of them have really long wait lists. So it does really depend on where you live and what access you get to it. So Marcin just pads up the leg first, and they put a really nice heavy stockinette that goes up the leg so it helps to protect it. Sometimes the biggest challenge with them is if the cast isn't applied tight enough that they get marks or pain on their shin. It's the most common reason I've seen people come back for recasting prior to it being done on a weekly basis. Oh, she says this. So they are a full-length calf, and it does cover all of their foot. So we do have to provide education to the patient that they aren't able to shower, or if they do, that they're using a full shower sleeve that covers the cast completely. We do have these for anyone else that has just broken bones, that they are able to shower, but they have to be wary of not slipping in the shower. So sometimes having an added shower chair or something, some other device, so that they don't slip and fall with these, especially if they have any problems with their gait. For the most part, we don't put it on someone that has hip and knee issues on the same leg, because we do not want to have them fall or, you know, become off balance and then break something. So we are kind of choosy with who we will put the total contact casts on. So as you see, Martin does pad it right on that shin to help prevent that. And because, again, this is what he does all day long, is put casts on people. He does tend to make them fit quite snug so that there isn't any gaps when it's applied. He also does put a toe protecting cover. This comes in the full kit. It's available through BSN, and again, it's what's actually on the Ontario Health at Home catalog, that this kit can be purchased and then applied. It comes with all the pieces. The odd time he will put, because we do have colored Scotch cast that just makes them prettier, because the casts here are generally white. So are there any other tips or tricks that you would offer anyone that's maybe new, starting to apply total contact cast, Marcin?
Don't be shy with the padding. I guess that's the main tip I would say to start off when you're doing these at first.
Okay.
Don't be shy with the padding. Lots of soft padding.
Yeah, there's a large piece that comes.
One mistake a lot of people will do is not give enough padding. Patient comes back a week later and you get a new ulcer somewhere else.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah. Because how many come in the box?
2.
2 of the soft rolls?
And I usually add 2 more.
Okay. So that's a
Right.
great tip then, if we are adding them, that
2 is not enough.
okay, that
in my
you
opinion.
should be ordering some more and putting lots of this is called soft roll, I believe, on the catalogs. That's what we call it, cast padding. It's the same stuff.
And this is very paper thin like padding, cast padding. That's why this is more softer. So I usually start off with this first. Which gives it a nice snug roll on there. You can see how easy it tears. So you just kind of gotta find that balance. Stretch it a little bit, but just not enough so it tears.
And it's all going to get covered with the Scotch Guard, so it will smooth out. I'll just get it nice
Yeah,
and snug.
I'm not so worried about the little wrinkles here. This stuff here is a lot smoother, softer, more cushion to it. You can just kind of, and this is why I like using a bit of extra padding here. You can see how smoother it rolls on there. That's the only thing I really add to this kit.
And sometimes I've seen them put ankle pads on too if they have prominent ankle
Yes.
bones. Just cut a round out of the actual soft sticky pad that he had cut. Just round circles onto the ankles again if they do complain of rubbing. That's really the only other thing I've ever seen done. But lots on the foot too, it seems, yeah.
Balance it out, right? The foam here, you don't want to create a big
Lump.
lump, exactly. So I actually snug it up here so kind of that sponge kind of gets compressed a little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you can see it's a lot smoother here.
So we also discourage the patient to walk on the cast as well. We want them to do it as little as possible. So sometimes we'll suggest an ankle scooter. They can use crutches, but they can be cumbersome. Or really just, sit your butt down for a little bit while we try to get the cast to heal. So now you can see over here he's just
Semi-rigid.
Yeah,
Fiberglass.
using the fiberglass, and he's going to wet the whole roll prior.
So semi-rigid meaning it's just it doesn't get as solid as the regular fiberglass. This stuff here is a lot smoother and more forgiving for their skin. Gives a little cushioned layer before we actually put the fiberglass, the solid hard shell fiberglass on top to give it strength.
Okay.
Roll number 2. That's semi-rigid fiberglass still.
And the rubbing is just to try to reduce the wrinkling. I believe I see them do this quite often. But yeah, concentrated mainly on the foot and the ankle as well.
Relax feeling a little bit good.
And I do like this the wrap right around the foot that he ends up doing, because it does actually help provide support on the sides. And water does lots for it.
Now just kind of molding it a little bit now. You can see this stuff doesn't dry like solid. It stays soft. But you can still create a nice mold, especially in the forefoot here. Any pressure points to unload.
How long would you have to put that on? Maybe 10, 15 minutes
This
before
stuff
it
here?
starts to harden?
Yeah. 5-10 minutes, I would say.
Okay.
It's already hardening
5 or
up a
10.
little bit, but like I said, it's going to stay soft
Okay.
because this is the semi-rigid fiberglass.
Okay.
Now we're going to reinforce it with the real fiberglass, solid. But like I said, this is kind of the part where you kind of do a little bit of a mold.
Smooth it up.
Yeah. Okay, so relax your knee, toes up, good. Let's do. Just a little bit of compression when you're rolling this stuff on there.
You do that by just pulling it tighter?
Just a little bit, yeah.
And always trying to get her at a 90-degree angle?
Yes, 100%. This is the first roll of rigid fiberglass.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to harden up.
How long does that take to harden?
Oh, 3 to 5 minutes. It's solid.
It's very, very quick.
Yeah, very quick. You can start feeling the heat right now on the roll itself. We just applied.
So the first roll you mainly just put on the leg, and then next you're putting some on the toe again?
Right, this gives it strength for the calf. It doesn't break down. And this comes in the kit itself too. You soak it.
That's the Delta Light.
Yeah. Check, no wrinkles, good. And then just kind of go right over the toe. Count it. And I reinforce the sides here, because normally if you don't, it'll crack.
Yes, along the sides if you
Right?
don't. Perfect.
Now this is gonna give it a lot more strength.
So it's multiple layers, really, of the semi-flexible or the rigid one.
And this is hard, solid.
Wow, already?
So I'm not worried about applying anything
Okay.
that has edges, and it's not gonna create any pressure points because
Okay.
this is already hard. So you can't put
So you can
dent
put stuff
into
on
it
it.
basically, right?
Okay.
So because people can argue, oh well, this is too soft, you can create a pressure point. No, it's already solid.
Gotcha.
And that's why I kind of usually take my time with molding.
Yeah. You always flip that stockinette
And
down.
then this is solid already. Flipped it
Yeah.
down. So. Catch the corners. And that's it. That'll be the last roll of solid rigid fiberglass, and that's going to be strong enough now.
Excellent. And we also use a cast shoe that we put on the bottom.
Yeah.
She's got hers here that we're able to send them with so that they're able to walk on them. But we wait to put that back on after it fully dries. We give her 10 minutes just to make sure. Well, thank you, Marcin. Thanks, Joe. This is great.
Yeah,
So I'm
you're
glad
welcome.
everyone was able to see what a application of a total contact cast looks like. There's lots of videos online for BSN, but it's nice to see what the cast techs do in real life. And don't forget, the best wound is a closed one.